Hello everybody, it's me Kevin. I'm going to go through the discussion board quiz or overview of the discussion board rubrics. So first of all, the discussion board is going to be worth 120 points. 100 points will be for the initial post that will always be due on a Wednesday, and then by Sunday you will make 4 student responses for 20 points. So there are 2 rubrics. One you will see that is assigned to the initial post, and then there'll be another rubric for the 4 student responses. Altogether you could get 120 points. So let's go through here. This is the initial post, which is worth 100 points. First of all, your topic sentence in my course, they always must be highlighted. If you don't highlight the proper topic sentence, you will notice in another video it's going to be a 0. If you don't know what your own topic sentence is, that's a huge red flag to me for AI, and it'll be a 0, no discussion. So your topic sentence, make sure that's highlighted. Then you want to give supporting details. Here's the points, you can see those. Obviously, if you support your topic sentence well, you'll get the full 65 points. And then it'll go down from there. Language skills. Language skills to me are like comma splices, run-ons, subject-verb agreement. So these are marked down in errors, crucial errors. So if you make crucial errors, the more crucial errors you make on language skills, the more points that will be deducted from this. And then, of course, will be used in the rubric. So, for instance, if you don't have any, you're going to get the full 10 points. If maybe you have 2 sentence errors, you may end up getting 8 points, okay? That's why you should revise really well and edit. Well, actually, language skills, looking at that would be editing. And revising is when you're moving things around, trying to make your essay or your discussion board prompt more cohesive. Conclusion sentence. All paragraphs should have a conclusion sentence, especially for the discussion boards, because they have to be a paragraph. Now, if you're writing an essay, do all paragraphs have to have a closing sentence or a conclusion sentence? No, they don't, because the reader knows that you're writing an essay, so they assume that you're going to continue on. So that's a little different. But for the discussion board prompts, you must include a closing sentence, because again, it is a paragraph by itself, freestanding. It's not within an essay. Okay, and then writing deductions are here. Don't use I think, I believe. You are the author of this. Therefore, you don't need to say I think or I believe. Everything that you write is what you think or believe. For instance, if I say I think the author is correct, you don't need I think. Just say the author is correct, or it is evident that the author is correct, because everything again that you write is what you think or what you believe, and the words coming through will give us the message or the point you're trying to come across. Do not use you in academic writing. Absolutely never. If you are in a creative writing class, go ahead and use you. You is to me like going to a job interview and they're saying, well, how are you doing today? And I say, I'm good. Now, I'm saying I'm doing well or I am well. I wouldn't hire you. So you to me is just don't use it. It's just not a high level of writing. So if you come across and you have used the word you, replace it with something else. For instance, if you wear a bikini to the beach, well, first of all, men aren't going to wear, well, whatever works for them, but you would say if women wear it, it's more concise, it's more formal, and you got rid of the you. All right, so you can look these over, pause and look these over a little more, but I do deduct points for this. And then the student responses are worth, I'm going to put an S there, 20 points. So I'm going to bring up the rubric for that, so it'll be more clear or clearer when we go through it. So hold on. So here is the student responses, and remember they will always be due by Sunday. So you do your initial post on Wednesday, and then you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to complete your student responses, and make sure that your student responses add to the conversation. Just don't say, Kevin, I agree, period. You have to say, Kevin, I agree because, or I don't agree with your point because. Add to the conversation. If you make all 4, you get 20 points, and then down to 0. Now, if you've used AI and you got a 0 on the 100 points for the initial post, you won't get any credit here either. If you're going to cheat, I'm not going to give you partial credit for doing student responses. And excuse me. So let's say that, for instance, if you gave 4 student responses, but one of them is I agree, or it's not well done, it doesn't really add to the conversation. Instead of giving you 20 points, I would mark it 15. I'll give you credit for 3 of the responses, but not for the weak one. Okay, everybody, that is the discussion board. I hope this helps. Please watch this again if you need to while you're taking the quiz. Okay, take care.